What are these? These are called ball gears, and they used to be in that boat, and now it has brand new ones. It'd be nice to do a how-to video on how to do that, but the scale of that operation, I don't think I'd even want to put a how-to video on YouTube, because I don't think I'd want a normal mechanical type to even attempt it. It was a bear of a job. It really was. So this oldie but goldie, it's 1981 Sea Ray SRV200 20-footer. It's got a OMC 230 small block Chevy power and what's known as an 800 stringer outdrive. It is the one you don't want to have. Although I have to tell you that, having been inside it now, all the components are really high quality and they're quite heavy. It's just kind of an awkward design. To summarize, the pivot's right here. Yeah, I'll put those down. And the secret to the whole show is it actually comes out pretty easily, and you can actually use the tilt to walk it out. But the hard part is the shifter cable, which goes up to a mechanism in the back, which you have to release and grease it. And that's the key there, is to put axle grease all over that darn shift cable, and then it actually comes out. So it looks like to me, to change the transom seal, basically once you have the leg off, and it's really just these clamps right here, we're going to have to let it rotate back, but then we just take that ring off and it'll come right off of there. And I replaced the water pump housing, the water pump shaft, and the ball gears, and all the seals in that upper half of the outdrive. Well, I can't tell you how much of an ordeal this has been. But my friend Chuck Miller and I put a water pump in that blower unit, and it was more than a task. And having the motor fire up and run like this it's quite satisfying. First time it's run in 10 years, so the idle's a little bit rough. Chuck has convinced me that if I just hang on a little bit, it'll eventually clean itself out. So set of plugs in it a little bit later. Where's the plug? 165. And while I was doing that, my wife, Mary, rewired the lights. I put on new tires and new brakes, and I hammered out all the bearings in those hubs and put new bearings in all of them. So the trailer is actually not in bad shape. Oh, you found those goofy metric bolts. They're junk. They're the ones we got at the dollar store.
They're worth $1 because you can't find any nuts for them.
Yeah. So,
that's all they're worth.
Now let me zoom back on this rig. It's actually a really pretty boat. And the interior is nice as well for its age. This thing is a 1981. Now I've got it a little bit ripped up on the inside, but I don't know what you can tell. But it's actually in quite good shape. And the other thing replaced with my friend Chuck was the sinker boot, or the transom seal. Gotta replace that if you get an old one like this. Don't gamble. Geez, if that rips, you're now a statistic. And while we were in here, checked the soundness of the wood. That wood was hard. It was good, solid wood in that transom. And that was very encouraging. Because if you buy an old boat like this and it's got bad stringers or bad transom where the rotted wood on the inside, you might as well just throw it away. So this has been the project for the last couple of weeks, and I'm hoping this is going to be the source of a bunch of fishing videos in the very near future. I don't know what to name it. Mellow Yellow? Yeah, that's a little bit too 1960s. Old Yeller? The dog? I don't know. It's going to get some detail work. Got a cover for it and variety of straps and things like that, and it's going to get its maiden voyage in a couple of days. Yeah. That's it for now.